Good morning, everyone. On today's show, we talk about an end to Assassin's Creed Shadows after I dumped the game on yesterday's stream. In addition, we'll talk about interesting rumors regarding the Switch 2 and its upcoming release. And we're going to talk about some upcoming celebrations, including my birthday and the 100 goal celebration that's right around the corner. So we've got an interesting and fun podcast. All this and more on today's show. Sit back, relax. Here we go. It's time to have fun on level 1.
Get ready for some meaningful content, because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Woo!
All right. Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday, the 25th of March, 2025. I'm DSP. This is the Level 1 podcast, and today it's a full day of streaming. FYI, because originally I was going to take a half day today, and I was going to do a full day tomorrow, but because of the weather, oh boy, I am going to actually flip that. And what I mean by that is it is going to be incredibly hot here today for no reason. It's not even, this is annoying me. It's not even like seasonable weather at all. It's actually going to be summertime weather here today. We're supposed to be anywhere from the mid to high 70 degrees Fahrenheit with the sun in full blast outside. I currently have both of my fans on full blast. I have the ceiling fan and my oscillating tower fan there just going crazy. And I am getting nice air circulation, but it's already hot in here. So here's the thing. Originally, I was going to work on my taxes tonight, but I realized it's going to be so hot in here. Do you really want to be doing these important calculations and trying to fill all this data into a spreadsheet that's super important to get right when I'm sitting here sweating it out, probably half delirious and completely tired because of it? So I said, you know what? Today we'll do an actual full day of streaming. And then tomorrow, hopefully it'll cool down. Tomorrow, it's actually supposed to rain a little bit on and off during the day. And perhaps that would actually cool it down to the point where it won't be a big deal. So today, here I am. I'm actually wearing a much lighter shirt, not a heavy pullover like I've been wearing recently. I'm actually wearing lighter pants and everything. Hopefully, I'll be good. I don't know if I will be or not. I might have to make a wardrobe change into a short sleeve shirt and shorts today, depending on how hot it actually gets in here. I will have the door open until my wife gets home from work, so I still have several hours before I have to kind of cut off the circulation of air, which is when it might get really uncomfortable. I guess we'll have to see. Anyway, so I'm here all day long today. A great full day of streaming, and I hope that you guys are excited for that. You may notice a small change. I wonder if anyone can tell what it is right now live. Probably not unless I mention it. I tweaked my microphone settings because last night, I filmed a special video explaining my reasoning for why I quit Assassin's Creed Shadows after playing it for 9 hours. It essentially was a mini review of sorts, and I listened back to the video, and my voice just seemed off. And I think what it is, as you know, I bought this microphone in January, and we spent a while tweaking the settings to try to get it, like, perfect. But I feel like we didn't. Like, I know there were some changes there, and we added filters, and we tweaked filters. And then, here I am listening back to this video, and the video is doing very well, by the way. We'll take a look at it later. It's getting thousands of views, and people are giving it an actual chance, which I appreciate. And I'm just like, I think the freaking voice is set just doesn't sound right. And here I am. I've been using these settings now on this microphone for about 2 months. I'm like, it just doesn't sound right at all. All right. So this morning, I opened my microphone proprietary software, and I started messing with it a little bit, and I turned on this other setting. Basically, what I did is my microphone was put almost all the way to the side of bright voice. What that means is that it basically tries to accentuate higher pitched sound, and it makes it a little bit more crisp, but it basically eliminates all bass from the actual audio. And so now here we are today, And I said, you know what? Let me mess with this. So I actually took it all the way to the other side. So now it's basically considered darkened sound. What that means is it won't accentuate higher pitched sounds and you won't hear as much crispness, but you're going to hear more bass. Okay. So I'm curious, how do you think it sounds today? All right. I personally, after listening to the two levels today, I was like, okay, all the way this way, all the way that, what's better? I think that the darker, deeper sound sounds better. It actually has bass in my voice now, which in real life, I do have bass in my voice. It's just that with the mic settings I had on, it was editing that out, essentially, making everything sound crisp. So anyway, I wonder what you think, okay? And the other funny part is, during this video last night that I made, there's a little bit of background noise. What it is, as you know, when I stream, at least during, the times when it's cooler, I have my front window open. And so I was streaming with the front window open, and last night my neighbors were out there playing with their kids, and one of their kids tends to get way overexcited and scream. And the kid was screaming at the top of his lungs, shrieking, and it was catching on the mic. And it's crazy because I've tested other things. Like right now, I have 2 fans on full blast, and you guys probably can't hear them because the microphone has that like auto adjustment to get rid of ambient noise. But this kid shrieked so loud that it actually came through on the mic, and people were like, what is going on in there? Do you have, creatures screaming in your house? Is it haunted? Do you have loud birds? I'm like, no, it's my neighbors. I put up with that whenever they're around and the kid gets excited. So anyway, yeah, so that's what that noise was, because people are, of course, asking me and spinning conspiracy theories, but it was my neighbor's kid, which I have to hear every single day, even though I have no kids. That's what happens when you have shared walls, All right, so hopefully the mic sounds good today. You guys let me know. Give me your feedback. Do you think the mic sounds better? Here, this is going to blow your mind. You ready? How does it sound right now? How does the microphone sound when I actually talk directly into it like this? Because according to certain parties, this is how you're supposed to talk into this style of microphone. Like you're kissing it, like you're caressing it and giving it a loving ASMR rub down. Do you like how this sounds right now? Well, too bad, because I'm not going to do that. It's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk at the microphone from a normal distance, like a normal human. I'm not going to suck on it. Okay? Okay. Anyway, so let's talk. Let's start at the beginning. All right. Yesterday, I did a major stream of Assassin's Creed Shadows. All right. Basically, at the end of that stream, I clocked in around 9 hours of gameplay. That game is boring as dirt. I'm sorry. I tried to like it. I tried to give it an honest chance, a fair shake. Ubisoft no longer knows how to make games. The games that Ubisoft was making 10 years ago are twice as good as the games they're pumping out today. It's just a fact. Think about it. The older Far Cry's, the older Assassin's Creed's, right, are miles better than the games that they've been pumping out recently. And it's just very sad. I don't know what else to say. I tried so hard to understand what the catch of the game was supposed to be, what was supposed to be fun. I can't find it. I don't want to endlessly grind in this game to get resources just to unlock the next leg of the story. I just want to play the fun stuff. I didn't even get to play as Yasuke. I didn't even get there. I was 9 hours in and the game didn't even allow me to play as the other character yet. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't know what they were going for. But anyway, if you want the full explanation of why I am no longer playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, check out the highlight video that I made yesterday. It essentially is a review, okay? And it's doing pretty darn good on my channel. As of right now, just to show you, get rid of this. As of right now, it's got 3,400 views and climbing within 11 hours. I'm sure it'll do better, but at the same time, I never know how a video is going to do on my channel anymore. I don't. You know me. I don't get the kind of promotion or attention or anything that I used to get anywhere on YouTube, but apparently it has raised some eyes because definitely people are watching it, and I appreciate that. If you haven't seen it yet, it is available as the featured video on my channel. I'll probably leave it up there as the featured video for a bit, since people really seem to enjoy it. Think I will leave it up there. Now, this is about a 20-minute video, 22, 21, and basically I tell you what I liked and didn't like about the game, and mostly it's what I didn't like. The game just didn't have enough for me to stick around for it, and people seem to like that descriptiveness and the take. So give it a look. It's doing well. A rare video of mine that I've put out that's actually doing well. So at least something came out of the game, I guess. It's just a shame that Ubisoft games are so bad today. And this is honestly kind of a good thing because I'm going to continue playing other games like Pirate Yakuza, the Suikoden Collection. Coming this Thursday, we've got Atomfall. I want to keep other games in the rotation, and it would have been very hard if we had Assassin's Creed in there too. So there you go. All right. So check that out if you haven't yet. It's doing pretty well, and hopefully you'll enjoy the video and spread it around if you like the take. Now, last night I played Disco Elysium for the first time ever, and that game is incredibly unique. I had no idea what it was going into it. Essentially what it is, it's just a point-and-click adventure, much like Secret of Monkey Island or something like that. But the difference is they've integrated in these RPG elements. So if you have different statistics leveled, and there's tons of them, you can have better advantage to win a conversation with a dice roll because the game has dice rolls in it like Baldur's Gate 3 did. But in addition to that, it actually tackles serious issues and things like racism and social commentary and labor disputes and things like that. And I was like, what kind of game is this? I wasn't expecting it to have this kind of discussion in it. Alcoholism and your self-image and things, they're all in there, and I've only played for 2 hours. So anyway, I played it pretty well, or not pretty well. I played it a good amount last night, and people seemed to like it. And said, would you keep playing it? Sure. I would absolutely love to keep playing that game because it is incredibly unique. I didn't know what it was going into it, and now that I played it, I'm kind of intrigued. What? All right, I've had enough. Guys, don't ever ask Chimchar to come back. He's never coming back over on Kick. I've really had enough of him now. I just, enough of this. He's done. He's not coming back under any circumstance. Stop screaming. Stop asking for him to come back. This is only the millionth time that he's saying something fucked up in the chat, and I've had enough of his bullshit. Okay? No more. I've had enough. I only have a certain amount of patience, and that guy's now been banned like 3 or 4 times in the last couple of weeks, and I've just had enough of him. Stop begging for him to come back. He's just a waste of time. Okay? Okay. Anyway. So, I like Disco Elysium, and by the way, we hit the goal last night, and we far exceeded the goal last night. I was shocked. I was not expecting that. A lot of people were like, no one's going to show up for Disco Elysium. No one's going to like that game. That game is so fringe and weird, and Phil will never get it, and he'll never like it, and no one will like watching him play it. So, you know, it's just going to be a bust. And then what happens? People showed up, people engaged, people supported, and it went really well. I just find it hilarious. Every time now I'm playing a mainstream game like Assassin's Creed Shadows, it just flops. The games are terrible. They're padded. They're just uninspired. These AAA game devs literally have lost their way and don't know how to make good games anymore. Then I play a game like Disco Elysium, and it like hits on all levels, and everyone's enjoying it and having a great time, including me. Originality, innovation, daring to do something different versus the status quo of repetition and boredom. It's just so sad on this point now. Like, I don't even know what else to say. It's really pathetic. I wish that we could have more original games, but it seems like AAA isn't trying to do that anymore. They just want to keep repeating the same formula over and over with slight tweaks and hope that you'll give them $70 plus tax, and I've had enough of it. So, anyway, Disco Elysium went well. However, I just want to forewarn everyone. I can't play it again this week. This week I'm already booked. Today we've got a full day of Call of Duty, and then later tonight we've got more Pirate Yakuza, and then tomorrow we've got the Suikoden collection, and I'm not doing a late stream, right? And then on Thursday, it's the premiere of Atomfall. That's what it is. I was trying to remember what's Thursday. There's something big. It's the premiere of Atomfall. All right. So I hope that you'll join me for that on Thursday. And then Thursday night, Smart Guys. And that's the week. I'm not here Friday or Saturday this week. So I promise you next week, we will do some more Disco Elysium. We'll try Atomfall, and we'll balance it with everything else. Okay? Cool. All right. All righty. So I've covered everything from yesterday, right? Good. Let's just briefly talk about the schedule so that you guys know what to expect for the next couple of days. It's exactly as I just said. Black Ops 6 and Pirate Yakuza today. Suikoden Collection tomorrow. Atomfall and Smart Guys, and then 2 days off, and I'm back on Sunday for a 6-day streaming week. Now, here's the deal. If you would direct your attention to the top of the screen, you would see we are currently at 74 out of 80 goals hit. And yesterday on this very show, we decided that the reward will be DSP Tries It Taco Time, which is a direct competitor to, say, Taco Bell, but they're only really here in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. They do things like different kinds of burritos, different kinds of tacos, and the like. So I'm excited for that. I want to try it. I've only had it once, and it was like 11 years ago, and I don't remember it. So it's going to be great to try it out in the modern day and see if it's any good. But we've got to hit 80 goals to celebrate DSP Tries It, okay? Last night, we actually hit a goal and exceeded it. Here's what's been going on recently, okay? We'll do one stream where not only will we hit a goal, we'll exceed the goal. We'll do really well. Then we'll have another stream, and that stream, sadly, we won't hit the goal. But if you kind of add the two together, that's a great day. Like, for example, the other day, we hit and exceeded the goal playing Suikoden. I didn't hit the goal playing Pirate Yakuza, but if you add the two together, it's a great day overall, but we only hit one goal. Yesterday was exactly the same. On Assassin's Creed Shadows stream, we only got hit like $75 of support, but then on the late stream, we had like over 200. Add them together, it's a great day, but only one goal was hit. So what's happening is, for games that aren't resonating with a bigger audience, we're getting less support, but then we're not hitting the goal. And the way that it works is $150, that's a goal that we count towards our milestones. So it's not that I'm not doing well, I am, but it's weird how it's kind of being dispersed out. Remember, we can hit multiple goals in one stream. If we hit 150, that's a goal. We hit 300, that's 2 goals. We could hit those all in one stream. All right? So let's do it today. On this very stream, let's hit some goals. Let's hit at least one goal for Call of Duty. If you guys are really enjoying the gameplay and having a good time, please support, and let's hit multiple goals or whatever and go from there. All right? Because I think that's the way to go, is when people are here and they're hyped for something, hit the multiple goals, because let's be honest, later tonight, I'm going to have a chill night stream of Pirate Yakuza. I know I'm going to like it. You're going to like it for those who show up, because those who show up for Pirate Yakuza always engage. But the support doesn't always hit the levels, right? So then instead, let's just have it happen on the streams when people are around and supporting. You know what I'm saying? That's how we can do it. And the thing is, I would love to hit the goal this week and do DSP Tries It Taco Time by the end of the week. But realistically, I don't think it's going to happen. Even if we hit a goal every stream I do between now and the end of Thursday, we're still only going to be at 79. Remember, the next DSP Tries It reward is the new adult Minecraft meals that they're going to have at McDonald's, where I'm going to order them and see what kind of, the toy thing, reward collectible you get, and the exclusive packaging and all that. It's going to be interesting. We're going to have a lot of Minecraft-related stuff going on, because you guys, during my birthday marathon, which will be on Sunday, April 6th, have already said you want to see me play Minecraft, right, for the first time in ages. We're going to start over with Minecraft while I'm buzzed, which is going to be interesting. Me playing Minecraft while I'm drinking, right? But also, you said you want to see me do a Minecraft Lego build and try to do the whole thing in one sitting, and I could probably. Like, I'll probably get one of those ones we saw. There was a sword one, and there was a nether. I'll probably order one of those off Amazon in time for my birthday, and then we'll do that during the birthday marathon as well. So a lot of things to tie in with this Minecraft movie. What's hilarious is that everyone is saying the Minecraft movie is probably going to suck, but it's interesting timing for content for me because this is what you guys have been asking for. Okay. But we need to get momentum going. We need to hit the goals to get through the Taco Time DSP Tries It, so then we can work towards the Minecraft Meal DSP Tries It at 90 goals hit. Okay? So let's get some support going. We have our first contribution of the day. I'm going to read it out. It would be great to get more so we can have a segment of shouting all this out right now. All right, so here we go. Our first contribution of the day is a $5 tip. And it is from Flatman B, who says, Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone has a great day. God bless all. Thank you to Flatman for getting our support started today. I very much appreciate that. Let's get that animation going and let's get them up on the leaderboard. And now let's get some other contributions. Let's get our first super chat of the day. Let's get our first membership. Let's get our first gifted sub over on Kick. Let's get that momentum rolling, shall we? By the way, if you were not here last night, you missed it. We have new animations for when I hit goals. New ones, new music, new animations happening. All right. So please consider contributing to see the new animations today as well. All right. So Flatman B with the first contribution of the day, $5. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Okay. Excellent. All right. So I can see a bunch of trolls over on Kick today. I'm just going to ignore the emote spam today. That's right, Jade. Yes, tonight. Pirate Yakuza. Jade's a huge fan of Pirate Yakuza. He's going to show up tonight for Goro-san. That's right. It's hard to chat right now. All right, I'll just ban all these people then. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Since they all want to spam and break the rules, I'll just ban them all. Here we go. Sorry that I have to do this because we don't have any moderators this morning over on Kick, so I'm taking care of it. Okay. No, as the Angel of Death, I have to because people are complaining in the Kick chat they want to talk and they can't. They actually want to talk and they can't talk because these idiots are spamming. So I have to ban all the spammers. There we go. Okay. Looks a little better now. All right. Now you should be able to talk. No, Kickbot handles regular spam. And what I mean by that is Kickbot will handle if someone's repeatedly posting an emote, if someone uses like way too many letters or caps, it won't just stop you from typing a single emote. And the thing is, there's like 20 sock accounts all typing the single emote, so it fills the whole chat. There you go. Much better now. See that? What's up, Real King Michael? Good morning. How are you? Okay. Can we do sniping today, says Jake. What do you mean by that? Can we do sniping today? What kind of sniping is there in Pirate Yakuza? Is there sniping in the game? Oh, you're talking about Call of Duty. I'm so dumb. Could we do sniping in Call of Duty? I mean, we could. I think we may have played enough. Maybe I have unlocked all the attachments for the other sniper rifle that I was using that I thought was better. Let's take a look today. Let's look at the sniping builds and figure out. I've been sniping now for like weeks. Let's actually see what I've unlocked. That's a good point. Let's do that today. Let's look at the loadouts. Okay. Cool. Let's look at the sniping loadouts. Because remember, I was using the SVD to unlock the attachments for the other one. Was it the XM1 or whatever? But then we never went back to it. We never went back to that other crazy Not the XM, it was like AMS something. Whatever that giant sniper rifle was, it was really good. But we never went back to it, so maybe we'll do that today. Okay, cool. Good suggestion. All right. So, guys, let's get some more support going. We have nothing right now besides Flatman B. Let's get some more support for the stream. Get it rolling. Get it towards our goal. Let's get this taco time goal by the end of the week. And then let's go ahead and work towards our Minecraft stuff next week. Okay? Good stuff. Okay. Now, I do have one interesting news topic that I would like to cover this morning. Okay? Stupid ads are all over this thing, though. But this website sucks. All right, listen. All right. Here's the thing. I didn't mean to hit that. Here's the thing. I understand that news media is having a tough time because with the internet, a lot of people don't follow news media anymore. But there are certain times when it makes sense to follow them. For example, with this story, this is from a website called InsiderGaming.com, and apparently someone was at the Game Developers Conference, and he gathered a whole bunch of information regarding the Switch 2. So it's an exclusive article. Great. I'd like to read your article, but what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Can I see your article? Like, take a look at the screen right now, and take a look at how ridiculous this is. This is literally right here. This tiny 1/3 of your screen right here is the article. This is an ad. This is an ad. This is other related articles. Ad. And the worst part is, it's an ad for Snow White. You know, the movie that just fucking tanked and no one gives a shit about? Yet they accepted payment for an ad for that piece of shit. So it's like, can I just look at your fucking site and read your article? No. And how do they not understand? This is what gets me. How do they not understand that having your site look like this means no one wants to use it and you lose traffic? Can I repeat that? Because your site looks like a fucking stupid billboard of ads, no one uses your site and that's why you're losing traffic. Get it? Because you're greedy and you want to put these ads all over your site. No one wants to use your site. You incredible fucking morons who run these news agencies. Get the picture? Find another way to monetize. Get that shit off or no one's going to watch your shit. All right? Anyway, so we have this article, exclusive, supposedly. Nintendo Switch 2 will have a 3-phase launch plan for its games. With the Nintendo Switch 2, by the way, I'll just say this is from Tom Henderson, writing for InsiderGaming.com. With Nintendo Switch 2, 1 week from its official full reveal, people are at the annual Game Developers Conference, and the guy came back with some exclusive info. First of all, he says, the Switch 2's launch date is going to be in June. Okay? So that means that they're going to do their presentation next week, which is April 2nd, I believe is the presentation, where they're going to announce the console and all of that stuff. Okay? So that's going to be first week of April. And apparently then, it's going to go up for pre-order. And you're going to be able to get 50% off Michael's fave sale. Wait, what's this? God damn it. You're going to be able to pre-order it. It's going to come out in June. Okay? So that's exciting. And hopefully, what I'm hoping is what Nintendo has said is correct. If Nintendo had said they have mass-produced this console, that it shouldn't be an issue to get it. I don't believe them. I do believe this is going to be another PlayStation 5 situation where to get this console, you're going to have a tough time trying to pre-order the thing. I want to get it. I can afford it, but am I going to be able to get it? I want it. I want to cover it for you. I would love to do a live unboxing with my new setup, being able to show you what it looks like in person and everything, hooking it up, doing day one coverage, playing all the games, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. Okay? Okay. Anyway, so June, I feel, would be perfect. We've already talked about this. The summertime is typically a dead time for games. June used to be a big month because of E3, but there's no E3 anymore. There is Summer Game Fest. So this would be a great opportunity if it does come out sometime in, say, mid-June, to jump on the opportunity because no one else will have major games coming out around that time frame. Everyone's eyes will be on the Switch 2. Its release and whatever games are out, everyone will be talking about it. So this is actually a great time for it to come out, in my opinion. It will take advantage of the otherwise empty summertime. Okay, now, that's not all. According to various sources, the Nintendo Switch 2 will launch with a 3-pronged strategy. 3 prongs. That sounds familiar. Does it not? How do I wanted to change color, but I forget how to do this because I've done this before. Is it right click? Now, how the hell do I do this? I don't know. There's a way I was supposed to be able to open up this with a plugin and change the color, but now it's only doing it in red. I don't know. But anyway, a 3-pronged strategy. No, they're calling it a 3-phase strategy. Okay? So here is the different stages. The first stage is... Why can't I change the color? This is pissing me off. I'm supposed to be able to, but it's gone. So I think the plugin broke. Great. I was thinking right click on that. No, it just does this. What am I supposed to do to get it to work? Oh, I'm hungry for some protein breakfast. Yummy. Let's get the... Anyway. So, first-party titles will launch with the console. That makes a lot of sense. You would want your first-party titles to launch with the console. So, good on them. That's a good decision, in my opinion. Okay, why? Because let's be honest, what do you buy the Nintendo console for? Primarily the first-party titles. Games such as the Marios, the Zeldas, the Donkey Kongs, the Mario Karts, the Pokemons. That's right, it's called Pokemon. That's how you pronounce it properly. I don't know if you guys knew that. The Kirby's, the Smashing of the Brothers. Right? What else? What else is first-party Nintendo these days? The tuning of the splats. Whatever is first party, because there's a lot of first party Nintendo stuff. I just named the ones that I'm most interested in. Okay, those are the ones that are going to move the console and get everyone excited. The third party games come later, and they're saying, yes, the second stage will arrive around October to November. Third party studios will be pumping out their games for it. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I think the initial wave of games is going to be ports, meaning you'll probably see third party ports of games coming out in the fall. And that's going to be their big fall lineup for Christmas. Buy all these ports for your Switch 2. Likely what'll happen is that these third-party game devs will start working on new titles exclusively to the Switch, and then they will apply free at WGU for tuition. Oh, wait. No, they will likely start dropping new titles within the next couple of years. But I feel like we're going to get a lot of ports in the fall, a lot of special editions for Switch 2, etc. Then there is a third phase of games exclusive to the holiday period only. See, I don't know how to... It's not working anymore. This used to actually have a thing here that you could change the color, and now it doesn't work anymore. That's just great. Anyway, so this is exciting news if it's true. Or keep in mind, this is just rumors based on this guy, Tom Henderson, who was at Game Developers Conference, and this is what people told him. All right? We're going to find out for sure next week, because next week is the actual Switch 2 event on the 2nd. So that's 1 week from today. It'll be around Tuesday of next week. There'll be the big event, and then we'll learn about the concrete details. And hopefully, at that time, we'll be able to pre-order the Switch 2. Like, I want to pre-order it right away. I want to get it locked in so I can get it on launch day. I hope I can get it on Amazon, because Amazon will ship it the fastest. But if not, I might have to get it from a third-party site like Best Buy or somewhere else. I guess we'll see. Okay? All right, so Switch 2 news. Hopefully it's true. Okay, well, now everyone is tagging me. What's going on, everyone? Good morning to Game Boy. What's up, Adam? What's up, NVL Roy? How you doing? Toasty Chestnuts over on Kick. How are you today? A lot of people were saying hello during the Switch 2 hype segment. Get it at GameStop. That's probably the last place I would get it, because to get it at GameStop, I would actually have to go to GameStop. Would my wife want to Switch 2? You know, I don't know. I have no idea. Right now, she has my old Xbox Series X, and she has my old PS5. So she could use those, you know, for gaming. And I'm sure if there are Switch exclusive games, she might want to Switch 2, but I don't think she's going to want it at launch. Okay. All right. Well, guys, here's the deal. The only other thing that I really wanted to talk about today, all right, was starting to plan again not only for my birthday marathon, but for the 100 goal celebration. But if you guys aren't in the mood for that, we can just talk as well. If you want to hit me up, tag me in the chat. Let's see what you guys want to talk about today. Do a little bit of Q&A. And remember, today is Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and we can jump into that sooner rather than later. It really depends on what you guys want to talk about today. So let's see. King Ferbs asked, will Kat play Adamfall? I don't know. I don't know if she's going to play that or not. It is a Game Pass game, and she could play it on the Xbox. Maybe she'll give it a shot. I'll see if she's interested. I'll tell her about it, that it's Thursday. How robust do I feel today? Only middle robustness, because it's hot today, and already this office is getting very warm. If I didn't have the 2 fans blasting, I'd probably be sweating. But luckily, I have 2 fans blasting. But it's gonna be hot in here today. It's gonna suck. Well, what this means, I'm gonna have to get the new air filters for the new season, probably this coming week. Put them in, and probably, to be honest, in early April, I'm probably gonna have to put the air conditioner in, which I don't want to do, but I think I'm gonna have to. Here's some good news though. With this air conditioner now, because I have the blackout curtains, they are insulation curtains that keep heat in, but also keep cool in. So those curtains should actually make it so that the cool stays in way better than it used to with my old shitty busted blinds. So this room will likely be very, very cool and nice climate control during the spring and summer when I have the air conditioner in. I don't want to put it in, but I'm going to have to, because if the heat's coming this early, I just got to do something. I can't just sit here sweating it out all day. Especially now, I have 2 high-end PCs for my setup. I can't have these PCs dying on me now because it's freaking overheating in here. You know what I mean? Have I ever had popcorn chicken from KFC? I've barely eaten KFC in the last 20 years. I think in the last 20 years, I've had like maybe 2, 3 KFC meals ever, and 1 or 2 of those was for DSP Tries It. I just don't eat KFC because it's bad. So, no, probably not. Or if I did, I don't remember. No, Cat did not play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. As I've explained, she played 1 and didn't like it, so she didn't care for 2. She didn't care about it. Blue barracudas or orange iguanas? I would go for the blue barracudas. Tony Baloney says, you're a hypocrite. You run ads on your live streams. Yes, ads on my live streams that, number 1, can be avoided if you become a YouTube premium member. That, number 2, you could just use an ad block to block. That, number 3, can be completely bypassed if you watch over on Kick where there are no ads. The point I'm making is, if you want to read the Insider Gaming article, you have to fight through ads that are intrusive and ruin the site. The ads here are not intrusive and ruining my content. There's a million ways that you can watch my content without ads. So there you go. Have I ever been bowling? Yes, and it's fun. I knew that was going to happen because it was making a noise. It was making a creaking noise. And I was like, what's making that creaking noise? And then the whole thing would fly. I knew it was going to move. All right. Let me grab my shit that just went flying. That was funny. My beer helmet box is what I use to prop up my digital frame. It's the only box I have that's like the perfect size to do it. Remember a couple years ago, I did the Super Bowl event, and I had this thing on. It leaked all over me. Like, it just literally was leaking all over me. Yeah. Alrighty. Whew. Cool. Did I ack when I laughed? Okay, well, good. I hope you enjoyed the ack. No, I did not see a SpongeBob Night Shift game. I don't know anything about it. Thoughts on gin? Gin can be good if you buy a good brand. Gin can also be terrible if you buy a low-end brand. Gin tends to burn like shit if you buy a low-end brand. But if you buy a smooth brand, I like how it has a citrusy botanical flavor to it. So it all depends. I don't really drink gin anymore. I used to drink it a lot. I haven't drank it in a very long time, actually. Jade, I think we had seen that game, didn't we? We had seen that on Game Pass at one point. I think it's supposed to be like a digital tour of Disneyland, but the funny part is I think it's outdated and they don't even have that stuff anymore. That's actually in that game. There is an email command. There is an email command on Kick now. Avarice, how you doing today? What is my biggest fear regarding GTA 6 says Sure Shot? I would say my biggest fear would be because GTA Online made them the majority of their money last game, that they put all of their time, focus, and investment in that, and that the actual GTA 6 game itself is either too short or just not very good. That it's maybe like a 20-hour experience doesn't have a lot of content, but then you rush into GTA Online and that has all the content. I don't want to care that much about GTA Online. I didn't like it in 5, and I'm probably never going to play it in 6. So I want 6 to be an amazing narrative experience with great characters, development, gameplay, graphic, everything. I want it to be an awesome game that's going to be an awesome playthrough for you guys. I don't want to say, oh, well, that was the afterthought. We rushed through it so that you could just go to play online, right? Am I playing 6 on PC or PS5 Pro? The rumor is it's going to only be on PS5, right? It's not going to be on PC at launch. There's never been a Rockstar game that's been PC and console co-launch at the same time. They usually port them to PC later. So I'll have to play it on PS5 Pro. So I'm happy that someone donated a PS5 Pro last year, so I'll have it for the game. That's awesome that they did that. Well, that is true. Yes, GTA 1 was on PC first. That is correct. Because it originally was a PC game, but as soon as they started going to sandbox, right? When the games changed with GTA 3, they've always been on console first. What's the theme of my lights? It's like Sonic the Hedgehog. I want to have like a yellow and blue mix to match the logos and, the leaderboard today. I actually don't even know what the name of it is, though, because a lot of these I retheme them. It's called Bubblegum. Does it look like bubblegum? No. See what I mean? Like, I rethemed them. Probably originally it was like a pink color for bubblegum. I just rethemed it because you can customize all these RGB light setups to do whatever you want. I think it looks pretty cool. Guys, can we get some support? We only have one tip. That's it. You're telling me no one out there is going to do super chat. We can't get one gifted sub. We can't get one member on this podcast. You got to be kidding me. Soul Potato, 22 months as a member, says, Phil, are you liking Shadows? Soul Potato, you obviously haven't been around. I quit it. And I made a big video about why I quit it, and it's doing well and getting tons of views on my channel. So, no, I quit it. It's awful. It's super freaking boring. It's just not worth playing at this point. In fact, not even kidding, since I showed you guys the video, half an hour ago, it already got 200 more views. So it's actually doing very well in views for my kind of video anyway, because my videos never get any views. Oh, I know all about GTA Online and its ridiculousness, but hey, it caught on and everyone just kept playing it. So there you go. I mean, Like, we talked about this, how games as a service basically ruined gaming because all these executives at these companies decided we just want to make games as a service games because GTA Online is popular and made so much money. What they don't realize is you actually have to have talent to make a good games as a service game that people want to spend money on, and that's the problem. They don't have talent. You know? If There we go. Just because you made a games as a service game doesn't mean it's going to make money. It has to be good. And this is what all these game developers are missing. Well, you guys don't really have much to talk about today. You guys are pretty quiet today. I'm shocked. Usually on this show, people come up with a whole bunch of topics and things, right? But not a lot of people are talking today. I mean, we have good viewership, but no one's really tagging me and talking about much. So is it that you just want me to get to gameplay? I don't know. I mean, it's your call. I'll do whatever you guys want. I'm shocked that you guys aren't very talkative today. Oh, let's see here. Well, how much do I think the Switch 2 will cost? I honestly have no idea. I'll tell you this, if it's expensive, it's stupid. Like, this thing's gonna be underpowered. It's not gonna be on par with modern high-end gaming consoles. So if they try to, say, charge the same as a PS5 Pro, I think that's incredibly stupid. I would say the most they can charge is $500. The most. But I would expect, because it's Nintendo, for them to try to bring that price down to maybe, like, 300 or 400. But I guess we don't know, because we don't know what the specs are. We don't know what's gonna be in this thing yet. So until we actually get all the nitty-gritty, I don't think we can really have our answer yet, right? I think the Ninja Turtles event did end, Don's Doom. I think this is the end of the now St. Patrick's Day event, but I think the Turtle event is finally over. Oh, I don't give a shit about Pokemon Go being bought by Scopely. Why would I care? What would I have to add to that? Nothing. The rumor is between $400 and $500 for Switch 2. Yeah, right. Adam says GTA 6 will bring world peace and end hunger. Yeah, right. But I consider doing karaoke on my birthday stream. I can't. Again, I keep telling you guys, you can't play music. You try playing music on YouTube or whatever, you get muted and blocked. They'll even mute the stream. They'll turn the stream off. I've had music streams I did in the past before YouTube started doing that. And then they, after the fact, block the whole stream, cannot be watched. It's just not possible. It sucks. No, I only played Pokemon Go when it was brand new. When it was brand new, I played it for a few months and I made a big video about it because I actually did go to Seattle and did like walking around doing it in Seattle. And that was over on my KO Gaming channel in like 2017. So it was like 8 years ago. And then after that, I never played it again. I just dropped it completely and stopped playing it. Captain DCW, how you doing, man? He says, I see what you're saying about AC Shadows, but that's what I like. I get home from work and I just want to chill. See you later for Yakuza. And again, if that's what you're looking for in a game, if you're looking for quantity over quality, a lot of people say the reason I like the Ubisoft games is because they're always insanely long and have a ton of content. If that's what you're looking for, yeah, admittedly, you'll get that out of an Ubisoft game, whether you're playing Star Wars Outlaws or a Far Cry or an Assassin's Creed. They're all very grindy. They all have a ton of stuff, but I just don't find any of it very interesting. So since it's not interesting, I don't want to play it. Here's the thing, right? For a lot of people, gaming is your downtime relaxation. You're coming home from school or work and you need time to unwind. So you just unplug your brain, you boot up a game and you just grind and it feels relaxing. I've been there. I used to do that with certain games. I'd pull up a drink of rum and coke, and I'd sit there chugging and just playing a game of relaxing. Okay, that's not my situation. My situation is my time is incredibly valuable because it's not relaxation; it's content. I have to make entertaining content for you, and there's just nothing entertaining about modern Ubisoft games. The gameplay is boring, repetitive, doesn't have much of note to entertain any kind of an audience. If we were just sitting here doing unwind relaxation nights, sure. But I'm trying to actually put out entertaining streams and show you games. And if the games are boring, I can't really make the stream good. All I can do is make fun of the game, and that only goes so far, right? So I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Definitely my situation is different than a lot of people's. Okay. I received a $5 tip from Mars Inhabitant. How do you think Trump is doing so far? Do you want to know my honest take? I have no idea. Since essentially I tried DS Politics and people didn't like the show because I wasn't ultimately leaning towards one direction or the other, and I was trying to have more sane takes than just attacking another side as some kind of a crazy, polarized villain. um, since no one else really cared for that and the show kind of failed within about a month and a half, I haven't really followed politics. I hear from time to time, oh, he's signing this executive order and this is happening and that's happening. I'm not really following it, to be honest. And it's funny because we've heard so many things. He's going to change the tax code. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. But none of it's happened yet. All you hear is the rumors. I guess the biggest thing he's doing is his tariffs, right? And I guess it remains to be seen, how will the tariffs affect things? Will they actually help, hurt? Will it short-term hurt, long-term help? I really don't know. Since I haven't been following it, I feel like I shouldn't be the one to talk about it. I'd be pretty uneducated on it and look like an idiot speaking of things that I haven't got caught up on, so I'd rather just abstain. Okay? King Furbs, yeah, we're going to try Adamfall on Thursday, see what it's like. Again, the good thing about these games that are on Game Pass is I can give them as many shots as I want until I decide whether or not I want to continue them or not. We'll see if it's good. If it's good, I'll keep playing. If it's not, we'll stop. It depends. People are saying you can beat the game in like 5 hours if you rush through it and do no content. Like if you just do story, you can beat it like super fast. But others are saying, nah, if you give it time, it does have a good amount of content. So I guess we'll have to see. Uh, the first Berserker's Kazan game I'm not interested in. It is literally yet another one of these Soulsborne knockoffs. And unlike Another Crab's Treasure, which was incredibly unique because it was more cartoony and underwater last year, or Lies of P, which essentially was the pseudo sequel to Bloodborne, this one doesn't look unique enough to me at all. It just kind of looks like, eh. Well, there hasn't been a Soulsborne recently, so let's just toss off our attempt at one. No, I'm not going to play it. I don't care. After Disco Elysium, I should try Crusader Kings 3. You think so? No, Cat's not interested in co-op games right now, so we're not playing Split Fiction. Adamfall has a 75 on Metacritic. I haven't looked into it yet. Again, I'm going to try it simply because it's on Game Pass. Even if it had a bad rating, I'd probably still give it a shot. Even if it's only for one stream. It's worth it to give it a shot if it's on Game Pass, so. I used to watch Black Mirror a long time ago, years and years ago. I haven't watched it in many years. Would I consider making a video saying everything I thought about Switch 1? I could, but I don't know how entertaining that would be to an audience. The reason I say that is because I wasn't necessarily a person who was all over the Switch 1. You know, I played the first party titles, correct? Every once in a while, I jumped into a third party, but really my focus was on the other consoles most of the time. A lot of people would probably say, "Why are you making this video when you didn't really spend a lot of time with it?" Like, you skipped this game and this game and this game and this game. So who are you to say anything about the Switch, right? Like, for example, I have literally not once played the Switch as a handheld. I have literally always had the Switch docked and plugged into my TV whenever I played it. So I couldn't even tell you how it functions as a handheld. I received a $10 tip. Thank you to Alex from Phoenix. Let's see what he has to say, but first let's play an animation. Go. And let's get him on the leaderboard as well, because he's the top contributor. So, since I first bought my PS5 in 2010, I only played 3 games that I thought were worth the money. God of War Ragnarok, Ghost of Tsushima, the upgraded version, and Horizon Forbidden West. I don't play Dark Souls type games, but it's simply not good enough for 5 years of a console lifetime. In the past, there would have been more, right? Yeah, I mean, I think we can all agree this console generation of PS5 and Xbox Series S and X has had little to no good console exclusives. The games that are the best on consoles are cross-platform, across console, and on PC. So you don't necessarily have to own a particular console to play the best games of this generation at all. For the most part, you could have just gotten by with any of the 3 consoles, and you would have been all right. And this is maybe the first time ever that that's happened. It's probably one of the major reasons why Xbox has changed their attitude and is no longer pushing the Xbox Series. Instead, they're like, "Oh, your laptop is an Xbox, your phone is an Xbox, your smart TV can be an Xbox, your keyboard can be an Xbox." I guess you could actually put the graphics on the RGBs of the keyboard. See, it's RGB. So maybe you could have that could be the graphics of the game. I don't know. But yeah, I think they're all kind of giving up at this point. I mean, Sony's not giving up, but has Sony really come out with any big exclusives recently? Not really. Their big one's going to be GTA 6, let's be honest. But yeah, previously you would buy the big console, whether it was the Nintendo console, the Sega console, the Sony console, the Microsoft console, the Ouya. Okay, maybe not the Ouya, but whatever console you bought, you essentially were going to get a library of exclusives that were great and worth owning that console. And that's really what made the console wars viable. And now it's really hard to even argue that there are console wars because there just aren't any real exclusives anymore, right? If you own a non-mechanical keyboard, you're not a gamer. I think these are called tactile keyboards, these 2 that I have here. I actually have a mechanical keyboard over there with the clicky keys, but this keyboard or these keyboards are gaming keyboards that have the lowest millisecond wireless connection. They're called Lightspeed. It's actually brand new technology from Logitech. So these are actually high-end gaming keyboards, even though normally you would say, "Oh, wireless keyboard, that doesn't have the clicky key isn't necessarily competitive." These actually are considered competitive grade keyboards. Not that it matters. I'm not a competitive player, but I got really good keyboards for this setup. Oh, let's see here. Arcade Cup has tipped me $1.10. Well, thank you, Arcade Cup, for a $1.10 tip. I appreciate that. What is the funniest thing Jasper ever did? I don't know. He does funny stuff all the time. I can't grade the stuff that he's done against it. He's just overall a very silly and cute cat. Excuse me. Wow, I almost exploded. Did I ever play Virtual Boy? Yes. Back in the day, in the 1990s, there was a place, you may have heard of it. It was called Blockbuster Video. It was a video rental business, and you could go there to rent videotapes like VHS tapes, but also video games. And when I went there one time with my family, they had a Virtual Boy set up as a demo. And I remember I played the Wario game and I played tennis. Those are the two games that I played on it. And it was funny because at first it's like, whoa, the 3D effect is interesting. You can see Wario kind of going in and out of the background. You could see the ball flying forward and back. But I'm not kidding you. Even back then, before this was a joke and a running meme, using that thing for about 5 minutes, you actually get massive eye strain and a headache. I was just sitting 5 minutes, I was playing it. And my parents went to look at movies and stuff, and then they came back, and I was like, this. They're like, what's wrong? I was like, oh, I have a headache. I can't see. I have a headache. The thing's terrible. I can't imagine that they didn't test that fucking thing to find out that it was going to kill your eyes. Do I have any good stories? I got tons of good stories. People have actually said they would be interested in me doing maybe a series on my DSP Throwback channel where I could tell stories about growing up in the 80s and 90s, being a gamer, and maybe tying that to either gameplay or reminiscing, watching old playthroughs, stuff like that. That could be a pretty neat series. We might have to flesh that one out a little more, but that'd be something I'd be interested in doing. Your friend has a Virtual Boy unopened in the box? That's crazy. Probably a collector's item now because they were rare. They were rare. They made a whole bunch. No one bought them. So then they liquidated them, but people considered them junk. So most of them were likely thrown out or destroyed over time. Now to have one intact in the box that's actually like pristine probably is worth tons of money. Jade says, I used to go to Blockbuster to watch Godzilla movies. Me too. Actually, that's where I got my exposure to Godzilla. I had seen like the original Godzilla on TV, and I went to Blockbuster, and they had a section for Godzilla. That's where I saw like Mothra, Biolante, the Smog Monster. I watched a whole bunch of Godzilla movies that I rented at Blockbuster back in the day. That was really fun to see those there and get exposure because they weren't really played on American TV. If Eddie came to me for a steak deal, would I consider a slot stream? I don't know because I don't know what that means. I don't understand how these steak deals work. I don't know about slot streams or anything, so I can't comment on it. I am like completely uneducated, so I'm not going to say a word because I would probably just not know what the hell I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to come to me for a steak deal considering I don't even get 100 viewers on a stream. And we're seeing a huge drop off in support on Kick now that basically all the Kino Casino viewers are gone. So I'm not getting much support anymore via Kick. It kind of sucks. I was getting a lot of support via Kick, and now it looks like it's going to go away, which stinks. But there's not much I can do about that, right? Fluffy Kitties, $2 super chat saying, I remind them of Wario. Well, there you go. I'm glad to hear that. Wario is, as we know, a huge gaming, caricature. And it's an honor to be said that I remind you of Wario. There you go. Have I ever gambled in Vegas? Yes, but very minimally. Basically just some slots. That's it. Why do I think support on Kick is dropping? Because most of the people who are watching me on Kick were Kino Casino viewers. And since essentially they decided to snake me, right? Well, then the viewers are going to go with them. You know, there's very few people who are watching Kino Casino that stick around. Most of them have now left, and those who are supporting have stopped. And I think that's sad because the other day someone said to me, Phil, will you hold it against us if we still watch Kino Casino and support them, but we also want to come and watch you? And I said, no. So outside of this stream, I really don't care what you guys do. I really don't. If you're going to go watch Detractors, if you're going to go watch someone else, I don't give a crap. Just don't bring it into my content. As long as you don't bring it to my streams, the toxicity or whatever, we're good. All right? So just leave it at that. And I think what's happened is, so those are like, okay, well, that's cool. Phil's not going to hold this against us. So a lot of people have continued to support the casino, and then they come here and still watch. But I think those people, quite frankly, are afraid to support my content. I'm being honest. I think that they think that if they support me and the casino, that this is going to cause some kind of drama. And so therefore, they're going to choose the casino because the casino's bigger than me. And there's nothing I can do about that. All right. There's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is continue to grind away, make good content, and try to build my channel, further. Get genuine viewers who are here to watch me rather than, oh, I only checked it out as a favor to the casino. Could you stop with the nonsense, Glitter Bomb? You're being stupid. Just stop spamming that. Yes, Jade, we will do some Nuketown today. We'll do some Nuketown today for sure. We always do. We always do some Nuketown when we play Call of Duty. Yeah, see, that's the truth. I don't care if people stay in the middle. If there's people who are like, I don't care either way, I like both. I like the casino, I like Phil. I'm okay with that. I don't give a crap. I'm not one of these people that's like, you must select sides and it has to be black or white, this one or that one. If you like both, go for it. Watch both, support both. I'm happy for that. I really am. But sadly, what's happened is these people, are simps. A lot of these people are simps. They want to simp for the big boys. They want to simp for the big dogs, And here's the other thing that I should say, because it's kind of funny, all right? So, I'm going to say this and just get it out of the way, and then I'm going to move on my merry way because I don't want to hang on this all day, all right? But here we go. You ready? Did you notice something about the difference between the work ethic of myself and Kino Casino? Did you ever notice the big difference? That I'm here 6 days a week streaming full-time, busting my ass, putting out content constantly for an audience, and they stream 3 times a week, not even a full day, and then they take tons of time off, and then they're constantly on vacation, and then they cancel shows, and then they're late. Do you ever notice that? Do you want to know why that is? Because you guys simp for them. That's why. Because you simp for the casino, you enable them to have that kind of shitty work ethic. You understand? If you didn't simp for them every stream and throw them thousands of dollars for simply turning the stream on, they would have to work. And they would have to work more. And they would have to work harder. And they would have to have better events rather than just the same old shtick. They would actually have to innovate instead of just doing the same thing every time they turn on their fucking streams. Do you get it? They'd have to work more than 3 times a week. Wow, what a novel concept. You'd get more content if you didn't simp out as much. Me, I bust my ass because I'm the blue-collar dude who never had giant popularity. I always was the underdog on YouTube. I always did things differently. I didn't get the sponsorships. I didn't get the ball suckers. I didn't get any of that. So I've always had to break my back to make a living. Now, here I am 17 years later, and I still break my back to make a living, but I'm happy and I get to make content that I like, and I don't have anyone simping for me, quite frankly. Or I don't. I get people who are regulars who come by, but there's no one here who's like, oh, Phil turned on the stream. Here's $1,000 just because. If you guys would stop fucking simping, they would actually have to work hard. They don't right now because you keep giving them everything for nothing. So if you're like, man, I hate it when the casino goes on a vacation after vacation after vacation after vacation, you're the one who's giving them the vacation. Don't you get that? It's your reason that they're doing that. If you didn't give them so much for so little, then they would have to work. It's called cause and effect. It's pretty simple, but people don't seem to understand. I've been saying this about the games industry all along too. If you don't reward lazy game devs for lazy work by simping and buying all their games, then they'll do better. How many people complain about how every Pokemon sucks, but then they buy every Pokemon anyway, and then they buy the merch, and then they buy the amiibo, and then they buy this? Well, they're never going to improve unless you force them to. If you keep simping for the casino, guess what? They're never going to improve. They'll always have the same content, only 3 days a week, delaying streams, canceling streams, bad work ethic, vacation after vacation. It will continue. It's direct cause and effect. I don't know why people don't understand that, you know? I just don't get it. But every time that I would see people would come on my streams and be complaining about the casino, they'd be like, why is the casino not streaming, Phil? I don't know. Maybe because last time they turned on their stream, you threw them thousands of dollars before they even said a word. Did you ever think about that? Like, now they don't have to work. Why are you a simp? I don't get it. Anyway, that's just the point. So, I don't understand. It's like people just don't have common sense. They don't. They just don't have any common sense at all. And then they complain. And then, why are you complaining? You're the one that created the situation. It happens in the gaming world. It happens in the content creation world, right? Take a look at the direct difference, okay? You have supported me in droves way more in the last 8 months. We're hitting goals, right? We're doing constant special events, the return of DSP Tries It, the return of regular marathons that you get to choose what we're doing during them. We're doing special streams like Lego build nights. I'm constantly improving my setup. I'm buying things for the setup. I'm improving everything. Since you started supporting me more, all of the quality has massively improved. Like up, correct? What has happened since you guys started supporting the casino more? They work less and they take more time off. Maybe you should think about that a little bit. But the point is, it ain't going to change because people simp because they're stupid. People don't simp for Darkside Phil. They come to Darkside Phil streams, they enjoy the content, and they say, oh, I really like this. I'm so happy that Phil sticks to his guns, hasn't changed, doesn't let others influence him. I'll support that. And so I really am kind of the blue-collar streamer. I do make a good living, but I have to bust my ass to get that living. You see, I don't have anyone who's kissing my butt, sending me ridiculous amounts of money for no reason. I have to actually earn it. That's the difference here, okay? I'm being told it's white collar versus blue collar. Well, whatever the fuck the term is, I don't give a shit. It's called having to work to earn your keep and being okay with busting your ass in order to earn stuff. Get it? Versus getting handed everything and then instead of rewarding, actually taking away. Review Dropbox USA did a $2 tip saying it's a cope. There's no cope. You're the one coping. Because when faced with reality, people who are simps can't handle it and immediately have to try to adjust. Oh, no, that's not the case. I'm not a simp. That's not what's happening. No, this is it. No, that's what's happening. That's literally what's happening. You're simps. You allow them to have that lifestyle because you're simps. And look who you're simping for. Holy shit. You're not simping for Pokemon. You're not simping for Amaranth. Look who you're simping for. Holy shit. Thanks for the $2 super chat. Okay. No, I never simped for the casino. What the fuck are you talking about? God, you're stupid. Maddie Vincent, I know, and that's why I told you guys I'm done with this shit. That's why. I mean, again, I was in a situation where people were constantly trying to change who I was. Were trying to pull me into content I didn't want to be a part of. And then we're telling me, oh, if you don't do it, well, we're going to force you to do it anyway. That's why I'm gone. That's why I'm not a part of that anymore. I saw the writing on the wall. I saw how toxic it was getting. And I just had enough. And I had to get myself out of that situation. And that's why I had set it out that way, that I had ways out. I wasn't trapped. Okay. And that's a good thing that I did that. But I always knew that if I got out, it was going to be a situation where sadly there was going to be repercussions and fallout and drama and nonsense. And I always knew that was going to happen. It's unavoidable. If you involve yourself with drama and people who are involved in drama, you're going to always have that element of drama. All right. There's no real way to get out of it. So sadly, it is what it is, but I'm happy that now I'm not doing that content anymore. I have no desire to do that content anymore. I'm back to myself. If you haven't noticed, a lot more gaming, not this nonsense constantly, right? So, yeah, I hope that you're seeing the changes, that we're going back to how it was and things are getting better. What we really need right now is good games. And the problem is we're not really getting them. We're getting shitty games like Assassin's Creed Shadows that just aren't worth our time. We need better games. And then we can really get back on track, right? Oh, excuse me. Oh my God. Mozzie, $2 super chat. Thanks, but no. I told you, I'm done with drama. I don't want anything to do with this shit. I don't want to be involved in it. I'm not going to invite it. No, we're done with all of that. It's really over. Whole lot of socks in YouTube chat today. Tons of them. Yeah, look how many of these freaking stupid, dumb ass sock accounts there are. Holy shit. I wasn't even paying attention. And I looked, I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot. That's a ridiculous amount of socks. A sock account is when someone makes a dummy account that's really not an account they're going to use. It's like a burner account because they've likely already gotten banned under another account, or they're just looking to harass. It's a disposable account meant solely for negative purposes. Okay. All right, guys. Anything else can we talk about? No, not doing anything for April Fool's Day. When is April Fool's Day? I don't even know. I think we all have enough foolishness around here recently. We don't need to be doing anything for April Fool's Day. It's a week from today, actually. Nah. Would I open Pokemon cards on stream because the chase cards are worth $2,000? If there was a reason to, like, let's say, for example, okay, there's a new Pokemon game that comes out and people want me to play it and I play it and it gets good support. It could be similar to, say, Smart Guys, where maybe if I could get my hands on Pokemon cards, which I'd be shocked if I could because, as you know, those things are in massive demand. But let's say I actually was able to buy some Pokemon cards. And we can say, hey, if we hit a certain support level, I'll open one of the packs tonight and we'll see what's in there. I would consider doing that. Get Japanese Pokemon cards? See, now I don't even know. There's differences. I didn't even know there were differences between them, to be honest with you. Ethan Ralph will be a guest co-host of Smart Guys this Thursday night. And then for the next 2 weeks, we're going to have different co-hosts. And then we're going to see how it all goes. And then there's WrestleMania. And then I got to see if I even want to continue to do the show or not. Because someone just asked me. Please stop spamming about SpongeBob Night Shift. I see your message. You don't have to spam it 5,000 times. Yeah, it's hot. It's very hot, flat, man. Right now, the sun is full blast on my front wall. This room has, just during this podcast, heated up by about 15 degrees, even with the double fans. It's going to be a hot day, man. It's going to suck. Ugh. Oh, man. Well, it is what it is. Got to tough it out. Got to do some Call of Duty today. Wow, I'm not even kidding you. Again, in the last half hour, the Assassin's Creed video explaining why I quit got another like 300 plus views. It's getting pretty good traction for my videos anyway. I'm going to remove the Shamrock animations when we hit April. Every month I change the animations. You guys remember that? All right. Any last stuff to talk about, everybody? Can we get some last minute support? I mean, we got 3 super chats. We have a few tips, no subs and no memberships at all today. Can we get our first sub over on Kick today? Can we get some more support on YouTube? Maybe a tip. Like I said, I want to hit these goals to get to the Taco Time reward this week so that we can then next week focus on the Minecraft meals at McDonald's. So let's get this going. Let's hit this goal today. No, you're talking about ambient temperature. You have no idea how actual heat works. I love people who are morons and say, but I went online. It says the ambient temperature in Renton right now is 60 something degrees. You're an idiot. You have no idea how fucking temperature works. It's hotter where the sun is hitting. Right now, the front of my house is literally pure sun. I've explained to you guys that when that sun hits this wall, the front wall of my house during the afternoon, this entire side of the house heats up by about 15 to 20 degrees like a clay oven. And it's like this every spring and every summer. And there's nothing I can do about it besides put in the air conditioner. But considering that it's only March 25th, I didn't install the air conditioners yet because it's going to get cool again. In fact, it's going to get cool in 2 days. It's going to go back to cool outside again. So I wasn't going to rush to put in air conditioning yet. But it's incredibly hot here right now in this room. And there's nothing I can do about that. Hello Voltage did a $3 super chat. Says, shout out to baby Manny. He ate 4 chili cheese dogs. That's not healthy. I hope that baby Manny will be all right. I don't know who that is, but hopefully they'll be all right. See you later, toasty chestnuts. You taking off? All right. All right. We're at 30 bucks to support. Guys, let's get to 50 before I start Call of Duty. Right now, let's hit 50, and then we'll end the show, and then we'll boot up Call of Duty and start the slaughter. In fact, like I said, first thing we'll do is we'll look at the sniping loadout and actually see how it goes. See, like, did I ever unlock the things I was trying to unlock for that certain sniper rifle, and we'll go from there. Maybe we'll do a custom sniper loadout. Instead of I've been using the Ninja Turtle sniper rifle for a while, but let's maybe go back to the other one. I've never seen Severance. No, I don't have Apple TV. I see people talk about Severance online all the time, saying the show is great, but I don't have Apple TV. I'm not going to get it either. Apple TV service, it's ridiculous. I got rid of all of my my Apple devices in the house. I don't like Apple anymore. Tony Baloney says, if we donate $300 today, will you play SpongeBob Night Shift on your birthday stream? What is this SpongeBob Night Shift you keep mentioning? It doesn't exist. There is no SpongeBob Night Shift. I don't know what that is. It's not here. It's not on Steam. Where the fuck is it? Some third-party site? Some fucking malware site? I'm not getting it there. It's not on Steam. This guy spammed it all day about this weird thing. It's on a random site. All right, I'm not going any game off no fucking random site. Hell to hell with that. No thanks. It's on the dark web. The dark web. SpongeBob of the dark web. Yes. Yeah, it probably is an illegal game. They probably don't have permission to use the IP. They probably just made the game and tossed it on a random site. They're not selling it. Thoughts on Rise of the Ronin? I didn't play it, Turtle Dude, so I don't know anything about it. I never played the game. I didn't play Rise of the Ronin because I wasn't interested in it. Last year, it just didn't look that good. I was going to play it, and then we decided against it, so I didn't. And then I didn't play it, and no one really cared. So I never got around to it. So why would I play it now? All right. I think we'll probably wrap it up. It seems like people don't really have much else to talk about. So let's go ahead and wrap up the show. So tomorrow, I'm only doing a half day. I have to, sadly. As much as I would like to do a full day tomorrow, I do have to take time off this week to do my tax stuff. It sucks, but I got to do it every year. I've already done half of it. I got to do the second half and hopefully wrap it up tomorrow night. So I hope you guys understand. But I will be, recapping everything we did today, how Call of Duty does, what we do in it, and how things go with Pirate Yakuza. I'm hoping Pirate Yakuza goes better later tonight. And then on top of that, anything else that happens today, we'll see. But thank you all. Chill day. Good day, right? We figured some stuff out. Thanks for watching. Be sure if you haven't yet, be sure to watch the video on why I quit Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's basically a 22-minute abridged review of the game up to now. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed the video. It seems like people are actually enjoying the video and giving it a good watch, and I appreciate that. All right? All right, so everyone, thanks for watching the Level 1 podcast. I appreciate you. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you all tomorrow for another fun day. Peace out, everyone. See you then.